Hello and welcome to Rags to Riches. This is a little series I started just to sort of document my my own personal progress. So I've been watching Starcraft 2 videos for quite some time now, watching professional plays, and it was a game that I found quite difficult. I never really felt that I could progressed it too well. I never felt competitive, that I could play well against other people. And recently I had a bit of a spur of inspiration to try and go for it. So I basically set myself a goal of trying to get to at least Platinum League. So this is going to be from start to finish. I'm going to try and get a video out every week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 playthroughs for the week, one where I win and one where I lose, and I'm going to try and dissect the play to see what it was that caused me to win and lose. So let's speed this up a little bit. I'm not going to tell you which one it is first, so you'll be able to have the joy of guessing. So right, I'm against this guy. It's a protest guy. And you'll see that I'll make a lot of mistakes. Like I say, I'm only just starting out. I'm on Bronze League, so you will see a lot of SCVs that are just sat around doing nothing. You'll see that I don't always have a constant stream going through. I get supply bots a lot, but yeah, that's to be expected. So usually what I'm doing at the moment is just focusing on my my macro. So I'll just be trying to get out Marine Mod of Medivac, and then just going for one crushing blow. That tends to be what I work towards. So deny him his scouting, so that's alright. Got my gas going. Tech Lab's there doing nothing at the moment, but usually what I'll do is I'll go for 2 Reapers at the start to do a bit of aggressive scouting. I'll try and take out a few probes or SCVs or drones or whatever. So this guy's got a little bit of defense going, not too much yet. Everything's just starting to go. I'm looking to expand at the moment, so I've got my command center down, I've got my orbital command up. Let's see for any mistakes. See, I've got 2 Marines here that are just sat there because I've not set the waypoint yet. There we go, I've just seen them now. I'll put it on my perspective.
Add-on complete.
I accidentally built a reactor instead of a... instead of a tech lab there. So what I'm trying to do is get a more tech lab heavy build so that I can get more marauders. Got my Reapers up here, sat doing nothing, waiting to move up. So let's go back to seeing both of us, see what he's got going on. And if I remember correctly, I think he rushes up some stalkers. No, not stalkers. The big guys. No, this is gonna be really terrible. These ones, Colossus. That's the one. So he moves out with this. I think. Yeah, I remember seeing this fella floating around and thinking, oh well, you know, there's not much I can do about that. Okay, yeah, because even the invisible units you can see, but obviously you can't target them. So I knew that he was scouting out. So I expected something to be coming round about now. So as you can see, I've got a nice little force, to be honest. This seems to be my problem. Whenever I look over the replays, I realise that I could have rolled out a lot earlier and probably done more damage, but I'm trying to play it safe most of the time. So he comes rolling up here with this force, and I think I see it coming. I'm not too sure. Alright, so I'll move up to the high ground to try and get that advantage, which I think pays off actually, because he quickly backs off. I still got my 2 Reapers here. I guess I never actually got around to using them. Alright, let's see what he's doing now. So yeah, his poke-out's getting above mine now, so I think this is pretty much where my macros start to fall behind. Usually, as soon as I make my second expansion, usually I fall behind in terms of making SCVs. I really shouldn't, but I think one of my problems at the moment is I don't really know how to transition into a late game. Like I play pretty, I've got a good grasp of my early game and my mid game, but I can't transition well out of it yet. So yeah, he's got Starker, he's Colossus on the way now. Well, he's got the factory for the robotics bay anyway. I should imagine he's going to start making them soon. See, by this point I've got quite a large army, but usually I'm getting a bit slow on making my medivacs at the moment. So I'm waiting for them before I roll out. So there we go, he's got his Colossus now. All this time he's just keeping an eye on what he's done. I did build a few missile turrets every dotted around, just to try and keep an eye on it, just in case I could catch it. But he was one step ahead. You see, he got a CV doing nothing there. I've completely mined out my original base, so I really should be looking to expand. I think I do actually expand, but I think by the time I've done it, it's too late. Just got his second Colossus now, so he's just got this little force here, and you notice that I've not scouted this at all yet. But you know, that's Brem's League for you. So I've got myself a nice little force here, so I think I'm probably going to be rolling out soon. Let's see. Let's speed up a little bit. So yeah, build out some tanks. Realise my factory's not doing anything, so I'll roll out some tanks. Try and get a bit of defense going. So I'm trying to get my I'm trying to keep producing units behind this wall. So really, he's actually got a much smaller army than I have. But you'll see what happens. So I've got a nice ball of death here. Could do with some more medivacs, but you can see he's just waiting for me. Go on, there we go. Yeah, so he's got the thermal lances as well, so he's blowing through me well before I've got anywhere near him. I've managed to take out a few of the Colossuses, but I'm focusing them so hard that I'm just ignoring everything else, so I'm not doing any damage whatsoever here. And yeah. So by this point I'm trying to furiously build up another defense. Meanwhile he's still got the majority of all his units, so he just rolls out. And that more or less, and then he more or less just comes in for one crushing crack. And that, as they say, is that. And this obviously is going to be the one where I win, so I'm going to skip this ahead. No, I'm not skipping? Okay, never mind. Let's put it up a bit faster then. So as you can see, I'll just watch what happens here. This was just a case of, I just don't think he was very good. Which is very big-headed of me to say, but he generally wasn't. But I think this one's probably going to be a better way of showing what I'm trying to do overall. When I say I just try and roll out with a nice composition in units. So can we skip ahead a little bit? No, okay. So I'll try and get through this as fast as possible. So it's the same setup as I usually go for. So I'm going for 2 barracks. I think I'll go for an engineering bay as well. I think might press that by mistake on this one. Actually. He comes in with an overlord. I keep seeing people do that. I think that's a bit of a waste of an overlord, to be honest, because I found overlords act as your supply depots berserk. So I don't know why you'd go and waste that. I mean, how much do overlords cost? 100 minerals. That's so if every time you throw an overlord at me, he's wasting 100 minerals, and he's getting himself supply blocks, as far as I can see. So seems like a stupid idea. See, this is one of the things I keep doing. I keep building like engineering bays or buildings that I just don't use. Usually I just sort of build them in the spur of the moment. But what I like about this one is I quickly build up quite a big force that can easily take him. But like I said in my last game, I'm just not scouting him. So I don't really know what they've got. So I'm always assuming that they've got an army that's equal to mine. But as you'll see in a moment, I've got far bigger. So he's got Baneling Nest. He's got roaches out. So I've expanded. So I've got a nice stream of units coming out. I'm actually using my engineering bay now, getting some upgrades going. Getting combat shields. I think I've already got stim. What's going on over here? See, he's really quite slow, because you see, when I actually scouted at the start of this and saw that it didn't have an expansion. So the first thing I did was suit up and get a lot of marines out, because I assumed he was going to go and go for a rush then. Because that seems to be the Bronze League way. If you play Zerg, you're gonna get rushed. If the opponent's playing Zerg, they're gonna rush you. That seems to be the way that things go. So see here, he's only got a few roaches here. He's got a bunch of Zerglings up here, another set of roaches. But I've got this, and I could have rolled out a lot earlier, but I chose not to. And I think this really demonstrates the fact that I've been mining off 2 bases for quite a while, whereas he's only just expanded. So I just go in and smack it all down. Well, yeah. So that kind of shows you the importance. And what was interesting about this one, though, sorry, I split 2 sentences. That just shows you really the importance of getting your income up and rolling quite as quickly. What was interesting about this one, this guy just didn't give up at all. As you'll see, he just kept on going. He tried to rebuild, but he didn't want to give up. He didn't surrender for nothing. So by this point, because he hasn't given up, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's got something up his sleeve. Maybe he's got something sat around somewhere. So I've got these medivacs full of units just scattered around. And I'm thinking, why is he not giving up yet? He must have something hidden somewhere. So I'm scanning everywhere. I'm trying to get units out around the maps to see where he is. I think eventually. I don't know what he's trying to do. Why he'd think he could rebound off this. But he tries anyway. And unfortunately for him, it doesn't last very long. So yeah, this has been the first episode of Rags to Riches. This has been the first episode of Rags to Riches, and hopefully I'll get better very quickly, and we should just have some more interesting games to show you. Until then, have fun. See you next time.